Hello, this is Andrew Dugill with Hoffman Realty Tampa Property Management. And this week, one of our landlords asked us, why isn't the full cost of the work necessary to get my property ready for my new tenant the responsibility of my previous tenant? And aren't they required to return it to me in the exact same condition that I gave it to them? Well, I thought these were really good questions, so I wanted to share this with other landlords. So a rental property is just like an automobile in that it wears out as it is used. With an automobile, you have to change the oil, buy new wiper blades, eventually you'll need new tires, new brakes, new drive belts, and if you own it long enough, you'll need new shock absorbers, muffler, maybe even a new transmission. A rental property is just like an automobile. It wears out over time, and if you don't maintain it, it will let you down. Even the federal government recognizes that rental properties wear out with the passage of time because the IRS allows landlords to depreciate their rental property due to wear and tear. Now, some components of a rental property wear out suddenly. A good example would be the AC. It breaks down and you have to very quickly repair or replace it, or you're going to have a very unhappy tenant. Other components don't suddenly fail but wear out slowly. Good examples are cosmetic items like paint and carpet. These cosmetic items become important when your current tenant moves out and you have to get your property ready for a new tenant. You must make the property rent ready for the new tenants. Using the automobile analogy again, a buyer goes onto a car lot looking for a new automobile. It's important to them that the major systems like the engine, the transmission, the brakes and the lights all work, but the cosmetic items are also important. A buyer isn't going to want to buy the automobile if there's a big scratch down the side or a caved-in bumper or a bad paint job. A rental property is just like an automobile again. Just because the major systems like the roof, the electric, the plumbing and the AC all work, a renter isn't going to want it if the cosmetics aren't good. For example, if the interior paint looks tired or the carpet has heavy wear patterns. When a tenant moves out is usually the time you have to address the cosmetic items. Since components wear out over time, you can't charge a tenant for normal wear and tear, so these items are usually a landlord expense. A landlord also can't claim the full cost of items that have a service life and wear out with regular use, such as the carpet and paint. These have to be depreciated over their service life, so if a claim is appropriate, the cost is usually shared by the landlord and the tenant. For a good example, interior paint may only have a 3 to 5 year service life, and if it is older than that, a landlord shouldn't be charging the tenant to repaint. So to answer the question, why isn't the full cost of the work necessary to get my property ready for a new tenant the responsibility of my previous tenant? Well, it isn't, because you can't charge a tenant for normal wear and tear. And aren't they required to return it to me in the exact same condition that I gave it to them? Well, certainly they're expected to return it clean, without malicious damages and without excessive wear and tear, but they aren't expected to return it in the exact same condition they received it because rental properties wear out with the passage of time. So this is Andrew Dugill with Hoffman Realty Tampa Property Management. If you have questions about our blog today, we'd be happy to hear from you.